Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel today. So I know it has been a minute since we've gotten a video out to you, but it gets really busy around the store, and so we've been hopping. So today I'm back, and I'm hoping to get this finished today. We got our little piano stool, so it's right where we left it. I haven't really done anything with it. I've got had some plans, been working on some plans for it, but yeah. We're gonna work on it, and hopefully we're gonna make some real good progress on it today. If not, get it finished. My hope is to get it finished. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I want to get the legs done and get them back on. So, on this, it's missing one screw, and then we had some issues with this leg. So now, I always want to try to keep it as original as possible. However, I don't have. These are the screws that came out of it. These are, you guys can see them, they're older flathead screws. Well, I only have one, or the ones I took out of here are older, and like I said, this one is missing one, but all I have is these. They're newer looking, a little shinier. It is a flathead, so I am going to try and keep it as original as possible, but I unfortunately have to have one newer screw in it. If I can do anything to make it look a little older, I might try to do that. So I have a thought on that, but as of right now, we're going to start putting this back together, and then I want to get the seat covered, and I got something cool that I think we're going to do to this. So just let's get started. So like I said, first thing I want to do is put this screw in, and then we're going to put the other leg back on. So that's what we're going to do. Now, I had a screwdriver running around here. We'll use this one. Now, on this, you don't need to go super tight. You want it to be snug. You want it to where it pulls it in and everything's good and tight, but you don't have to go crazy on it. You don't want to kill anything. And then I'm going to check the other screws as well. Alright, and now we're going to put this leg back together. So y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm just hand tightening these in here. This one's giving me a little bit of a, there it goes. Just takes a minute to get them started. And then could use a drill on this, but I don't necessarily want to. Sometimes a drill on an older piece of furniture isn't the best way to go, because you could essentially over tighten it. And this is an antique, so I don't want to mess it up. One more. This one's been wanting to be a booger. There we go. All right, guys, we got them all on there. They're all good and tight. Look at that. She's nice. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our next part, which is we're going to put some foam on here. Okay? And I have have some foam right here that I took off an older project, but we're going to be cutting it out, so just going to lay this right in the center. Foam can be rather expensive at like places like Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics. You can get replacement foam for pieces, but it can be rather expensive. So sometimes if we have some pieces that we're not going to be doing anything with, that are they're beyond repair or whatever, we might salvage some foam or something off of it so that we can use it on something else like this. So I'm just taking a Sharpie marker and I am outlining this on the foam so that I can then cut it out. Alright, got my outline, and then I'm going to cut it out. So stay tuned, guys. I'll be right back and I'll have it all cut out. Okay guys, I'm back. So the reason I didn't film all the cutting out of the foam is it takes a long time. It's kind of a process. I don't have any fancy cutters to cut foam with. I just used a razor knife, and I trimmed it up with a pair of scissors when I was done. It's not the prettiest piece of foam in the world, but it's gonna work. It'll do exactly what I need it to do. So we're gonna get this on here and see how she looks. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work great. So I'm gonna get that on there, and we are gonna put our fabric on, and we're gonna get her covered up. And like I said, I got a kind of a surprise step that we're gonna do to kind of complete this and make it look perfect. So stick with me. So I think I'm gonna get this fitted, and we'll go from there. So hold on. So I'm back. This is a piece that, like, I've never recovered a piece like this before. So I kind of was playing it by ear and whatnot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim off this excess fabric. And so yeah, we decided to go with the cowhide. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. This is synthetic cowhide, and you know, we really like it. I think we're gonna like the way it looks when it's done. But yeah, this was definitely a little bit harder piece for me. Never did anything like this. I've always reupholstered them by taking the cushions off and whatnot. But yeah, she's looking good. So I'm gonna trim this up, and then we'll see how it looks when it's done. Hang tight. Alright, so we got it done. I'm going to show it to you now. It looks a little rough, but I'm going to explain something to you when we look at this. So let me flip you around and let you guys see what I'm talking about. Alright guys, here it is. See how these edges are a little rough because I just took a razor knife and trimmed it. Okay, and you can see all the staples. Now obviously I'm not going to leave it like this, okay, because that wouldn't look very well. But our friends, hold on one second. Our friends over at Goodyear, down the street, we did that business tour. They are actually going to hook us up with a leather band kind of, and I'm going to run a leather band all around here and use those these here they are, these tacks, kind of like I have more of them, and so we're going to put these upholstery tacks in here and give it a really cool kind of a western old, you know, ranch style feel to it, with the, you know, with the cowhide and the leather and whatnot. And like I said, we're going to restore finish. We use this restore finish product, which I'm going to show you guys on the wood, and it's going to look awesome when it's all said and done. So hold tight, we're going to get it finished. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Talk to you later. Okay guys, so we're back. I have got our strap that we're going to put around the bottom here. So thanks to our good friends over at Goodyear Shoe Repair. So we're going to work on doing that. I think we're going to, the way we're going to do this, actually I was talking with Dale over there, and he suggested that we put contact cement down first, so that the contact cement will help the edges keep from curling. And so I think that's a really good idea, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to start out, I'm just going to kind of put a little contact cement on there and get us started, and then we'll cement it and nail it as we go. So yeah, here we go. This stuff is awesome. There we go. Okay, let's get started here. Put a little some contact cement on it. Kind of messy. That's okay. So I'm going to start off kind of like right here. I guess it doesn't really matter where I start necessarily. So I'm going to kind of just partially drive one of these upholstery tacks in. I don't want to fully drive this one in because, well, hang on. This is not going to go exactly the way I want it to, but we're going to, there we go. Anyway, I don't want to fully drive this in, and the reason for that is because I'm going to have to pull it out later so that I can attach the other end to it. Okay, so not going exactly the way I need to. I'm going to use a pair of pliers to hold, I think, hold the tack head a little bit so that I can drive. My fingers keep kind of getting in the way. There. I got her started now. There. So I got it started. I didn't drive it all the way in, so now I can kind of use that to help hold it in place while I feed it around. So now I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put this contact cement on there. This stuff is messy. There we go. Ooh, ooh, that's not good. I think I have a paper towel over here. Always good to have some paper towels on hand and clean this up a little bit. There we go. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting this on here just to kind of keep it from curling up on me. I got cement all the way into there. So, actually I think I could probably glue this whole thing on here and then come back and tack it. So, I think that's what we're going to do just to make things a little easier. I'll show you guys what I'm doing real quick, and then let me turn it so you can see I'm kind of just gluing the strap, and then I'll put a little bit on, and then come back and do it again. And then we'll go around once it's all said and done and nail it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I will speed this up so that we go a little faster. All Okay guys, so we got it all glued on. It's still not easy to hold these tacks on and try to nail them too, so I think I got smart, got myself a set of needle nose pliers, and I'm going to use that to hold the tack to get started, and then we're just going to give it a little tap, and I think I'm going to turn this on its side to nail these on, because I just think it's going to be a lot easier. I wanted to get that one in because that's where the two overlap, the start and the end overlap. So I wanted to get that one in. But yeah, so then I'm going to kind of look at how I want to space these. I've gotten quite a few of the tacks, so it's not a big deal. I think what I might try to do is rig up a little jig to kind of give me my spacing. And then I'm going to do my best to space them as evenly as possible. It's not really a science. It's just kind of you're doing what you like and what looks best for you. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna speed this up, get them all on, and guys, we'll be done with this piece. Well, almost done with this piece. We'll have one more step to do. So hold tight. Okay, y'all. So we're done nailing the tacks in. I think it turned out really well. It looks very nice. I ended up just kind of eyeballing where they go, giving them approximate same spacing. It's fine. It's a hand redone piece, and that's okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up the finish on all the wood, and with that we are going to use this product called Restore Finish. That's what it looks like right there. This stuff is amazing. It is a wood conditioner, but it also has a little bit of stain in it, so it brings that finish back out, makes it look beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Something else that we did, I don't know if you guys remember earlier, I put in the screw in the leg that didn't really match. It was silver. Well, so I talking to some people over at the antique mall, and they helped me out, and we used what we call a tin ager. They sell it over there at the antique mall along with the Restore Finish. They also have brass ager. So when you're doing these restoration products and you have pieces that don't exactly match, they look new and you want them to look old, this is what does it. And it doesn't burn you. You can touch it and it won't burn you, but it will essentially take that new shininess off and make it look old. So let's see if I can find that screw. It's hard to even tell. I think it's this one right here, guys. You can't even see, if you can see that, it looks black. It looks just like the old ones now. So basically making this piece, again, trying to keep it as original as possible, except obviously we put the new fabric on and just kind of give it our own little touch, but also, you know, keeping that antique restoration look. So, all right, so on to using the Restore Finish, guys. You can use it with a regular paper towels, that's fine, but I would highly recommend putting some gloves on because, like I said, it does have stain in it. So I'm gonna put some gloves on, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finish this, condition this wood and make it look amazing. Okay. doesn't take a ton of this product to get it done either. So. Alright, so you take your little cap off and it's got a little plastic plug in there. And I would recommend saving these plugs, okay? Because it'll help keep it from spilling back out when you're done. Okay, so I'm going to get my paper towels. Get them kind of like folded up, kind of like a sponge. And then I'm ready to go. And I'm just going to put some of that on there. I'm not going to go crazy with it. And then I'm just going to start rubbing this wood down. Now, I'm going to be real careful not to touch the fabric because I don't want to mess my fabric up. So, but I'm going to condition this up. And if you guys can see the difference between that and that looks nice and clean and new. And this looks a little older. And you just rub that down. And it really just brings that shine out, makes it look beautiful. Alrighty, that's that part. Now I'm gonna do the bottom. Don't worry about it if you get it on the metal. I'll clean that up in a minute. It's not gonna hurt that metal any. Just wanna get that all on that wood, okay? Get it all everywhere I can, okay, on this wood. All right, got that all done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the metal legs so that I get it off of there. And guys and gals, she is done. She looks amazing. I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit, okay? It won't take long to dry. But I'm going to kind of go over it, maybe wipe off any excess I might have gotten a little heavy-handed with or anything. But it's going to dry up, and it's going to look awesome. So that's all there is. It's done. So we're ready to take it upstairs and put a price tag on it and put it out on the floor. So I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. I really love to hear what you guys have to say, so please drop a comment down below, hit like, subscribe. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to hear them. So we will be getting back to our sewing machine bar pretty soon. So I got some pieces for that, and we're going to get on that. So I want to get that done and finished. So take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. You guys deserve more than we I know that I give my wife credit for. She deserves so much more. So thanks, guys. Thanks, ladies, for everything you do. Have a good one.